Mactan Newtown, Mactan Cebu. Should you, could you, would you consider buying or renting here and living here? Interesting development by a huge MegaWorld corporation that is really transforming this area of Mactan Island. I'm going to take you on a motorbike ride right through the middle boulevard, Mactan Boulevard. You can see condominiums. You've got commercial buildings and retail establishments along the side of the road, especially on the right side of the road, particularly now as development goes on. They've got several condominium projects in here, and I'm going to show you, drive down through here, take you down by the Mactan Beach. I'm going to show you some information from the MegaWorld site about each of the developments here, give you a little bit of an idea what's available, and then we'll talk a little more about Mactan and Cebu. The international airport is on Mactan Island, so you're not very far away from there. A number of malls on Mactan Island, and that is continuing to increase. I am really amazed at the development that they're doing. I'll show you here in a little bit what they plan on doing with the beach area. They're going to bring it in this direction and have a big retail area, a little bit of a, I don't know what they call it, retail area, not really a big mall. They've got restaurants on along here. They've got food court at the very entrance. A couple hotels up here on the right, Savoy Hotel and the Belmont Hotel. And eventually there will be a Mactan Beach Hotel is what I've seen on, and I'll show you that. I've done a number of videos. I've got over 1,000 videos up. A lot of those videos have to do with condominiums. What do you get for your rent? What do they sell for? What do they look like inside? What are the amenities? So check out my other videos, cost of living videos, travel videos. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe as well. That really helps out the channel. Now that whole area, I'm going down towards the beach, and that whole area ahead of me is yet to be developed, and you're going to be amazed when you see what they're going to do with that area here in a little bit. Take a right there, and because that main road going down there is closed off because they're starting that part of the development, and their development will be going on for a number of years yet. I think there's one condominium project that is set to open at the end of 2024, for instance, and there's several that have opened. One, I think the first one opened in 2014, I believe. And so there's lots of opportunity and options here. It is a big BPO area, business process outsourcing. So a lot of call center type things going on here. Logistics companies. And I'm going to take you down to the beach area, just show you a little bit of what it's like at the present time. And I got to go in kind of the back way because they're working. This whole area is part of Mactan Newtown, and it's all going to get built up with retail, with hotels, bike trail, I believe, some other activities that they have planned. Hello.
Okay.
Where's Mactan Beach? Mactan Beach.
Yeah.
Go through here?
Sure.
Okay. Can I drive through?
Sir, do you have this one, sir? Do you have this one? Did you go to Savoy Hotel?
No, no, no.
You can go there first, sir, to get the wristband.
Oh, can't I pay here to use the beach?
No, there's no cashier here.
Oh, no cashier. Okay. All right. Well, I live here 7 years. I've been here many times before, but I'm taking video, YouTube. Say hello to the world.
Hello to the world. Hello to the world.
My YouTube channel is called Amazing Philippines. Here's a look at the present beach. I took this video a few years ago, actually, but this is a pretty good idea, and they get a pretty good crowd down here. And I forget what they charge admission fee, but anyway, I was going to have to go back to Savoy Hotel to get a wristband, pay for day usage, I guess. Here's a look back from the pier area, back towards that beach. So here on MegaWorld site, Mactan Newtown, this is kind of the master plan, and here is your main entrance up here. Come in here, a little bit of a traffic circle. Got a McDonald's over here, number of commercial businesses, grocery store, various areas along here, restaurants, and several condominium units, and more planned. And I want to point out real quickly something really interesting that they're going to do. This is Shangri-La Resort over here. And they're going to, right now, Mactan Beach is down here. And my understanding, and it shows it here, is that they're going to bring that beach all the way in to this area. And I think this is going to be Mactan Beach Hotel here. And a number of different developments around that area as well as some sort of boardwalk. The boardwalk will be along this area, I presume, possibly on either side. And then you've got the Belmont Hotel that's going up. You've got the Savoy Hotel that is open and operating. You've got residential condominium units. I'll get into that. One Pacific World, one Pacific Residences, one Manchester Place, the Pearl Global Residences, which is going to open, I think, December 2024. You've got 8 Newtown Boulevard residences. It says here Mactan World Museum. And I think these brown areas are all retail areas, I believe. I think this is a bike trail area, I believe. That's what it says. And airsoft is what it says. Of course, all these plans can change, of course, over time. You have the Newtown School of Excellence up here. A Newtown Al Fresco, that's a kind of a circular food court area up there. Here is an artist's rendition of basically bringing the beach inland. And this, you're out in the ocean, you're looking back towards the condominiums and Mactan Newtown, and they're going to bring the beach along there. So you can see the developments, retail, hotel, that type of thing there. Now I'm going to show you a few details from the MegaWorld site, a few details about each of the developments. We'll start with 8 Newtown Boulevard residences, 4 towers. Mactan Newtown, a unique area. I will get into more discussion a little bit later. This was turned over in 2014, a Japanese-inspired architecture, 4 18-story residential clusters, and amenities. Of course, you got the pool and all the amenities that you would expect. One Pacific Residence, and I have done a video there as well. And turnover year was 2016, 575 units. And here's the layout here. You've got One Pacific Residence Tower A, Tower B, Tower C. Looks like pool area back here. I'm not sure if this is tennis courts, volleyball courts, or both. And I believe this is commercial building here. And Pearl Global Residences, planned to turn over in December, late December 2024, with a 6-month grace period. And we'll go down and take a look at the some of the details here. That's presently pre-selling, 222 units. And this is the location. This is Mactan Newtown area, and shows the further development, and that will be the location of the Pearl Global Residences. Another development is going to open later in 2022. La Victoria Global Residences, Mactan Newtown. Again, MegaWorld is a developer, inspired by Spanish architecture. 20-story La Victoria Global Residences highlights the historical significance of Ferdinand Magellan's galleon Victoria, the first ship that circumvented the globe in 1521. 181 spacious units with views of the sea and mountains. Fourth residential development in Mactan Newtown, set to be completed 2022, and I believe it's October 31st, 2022, with a 12-month grace period. So they've got a grace period. You've got a gym, you got adult pool, kiddie pool, reading rooms, and this is the building here, and Newtown Boulevard right here. And One Manchester Place, and I've done a one or two videos in there, and I will link to one of those videos at the end of this video. Anyway, let's take a look, and that is being occupied presently. That shows the location. When I started this video, it was just going to be my motorbike through this area, a little bit of discussion. And then I decided to make it more into a more informative about what is here, what are the options, what are the opportunities. Now some people say, oh, it's too far from everything. Well, it's not really. You know, it's IT Park in Cebu City is a park by itself, a city within a city, and this is kind of similar. It's a city within a city. It's still growing. It's much newer than IT Park, for instance. IT Park is still growing. More buildings going up, but you're getting restaurants in here, and you really aren't that far. A jeepney ride, a taxi ride, down to the malls. If you want to go over to Cebu City, depending upon the traffic, it's going to take you a little while. But not a bad area. It is. Every time I take a trip over to Mactan, I learn a little more about Mactan Island, and interesting place. Things going on over there anyway. It's a different culture being in IT Park, being in Mactan Newtown, because it's a built-up, newer commercial business retail district. So different. You're not surrounded by, unless you're right on the edge. If you're right on the edge, you're probably not going to be listening to barking dogs, roosters, loud karaoke, and those sorts of things. I don't know. No promises. Could happen. I'm going to show you a map now, give you an idea in relationship to Cebu City area. Using Google Maps, you've got Mactan Island here, and we're going to go up here to Mactan Newtown. You have Cebu City here, you have the new, from SRP, South Road Properties, you've got the new CCLEX, Cebu Cordova Expressway, Link Expressway. Comes over here, and this is how I came in, and came down this road, and all the way up this road. And I'll put another video. I put a video coming across the bridge, and then over to this pier area over here. And I'll do Mactan, and I think my next video will be the traveling from here on up to Mactan Island, or Mactan Newtown. Anyway, let's zoom in. You've got the old 2-lane bridge coming across from Mandaue City, and the UN Avenue, the newer 4-lane bridge coming across here. And also you have 3 bridges, and there's a 4th bridge planned to come in someplace up here. In the planning stages. Olongo Island, Mactan Island, Cebu Island. Cordova, this area down here, you've got a river that runs through here. I believe this section here is all Cordova. You've got Lapu-Lapu City. Lapu City, Mandaue, and Cebu City are considered the Tri-Cities. That we're going up here very close to Shangri-La Mactan Resort. So let's zoom in here. Got Mactan Beach here, and you've got the Savoy Hotel. You've got the, I think the Belmont Hotel built right next door. Mactan Newtown Residences, that's somebody advertising. One Manchester Place. This is a newer development by MegaWorld, so you would expect to have access to the fiber optic internet, have pretty good cellular phone service, I would presume. I understand, I think they said they've got their own sewage treatment plant that they're going to build, I believe. That's what I heard from one of the salespeople. One very important thing, I've lived in 6 condominiums in 7 years here in the Philippines. Backup power, of course, is very important. I've found that a couple of the condominiums I have, I was told, yeah, we have backup power, but it turns out they only have backup power for the common areas and maybe one of the 2 elevators. And I did not have it in my condominium. I had enough power to turn on a couple lights, but not to run the air conditioner. Don't know if it would run my Wi-Fi terminal or not. So if you're going to run a business, you need to make sure that you're going to have backup power as well. Very important key element. As far as water, I certainly would presume that they have pretty good access and water storage, but something to ask if you're buying or renting or doing business long term there, obviously. I've got another video about things to ask when you're going to rent, and maybe I'll link to that video as well. Thanks for watching. Stay safe, stay healthy, and this is just kind of an introduction to the Mactan Newtown area.